Everyone. We are live with another TTS Season 12 Week 5 game. I have WildRiccochet versus TGLord22. WildRiccochet, it looks like he is going to be playing an X-Force, X-Men mashup here. Looks like all characters except for Shuri are part of one or the other. And against him is TGLord, rocking Guardians of the Galaxy. We've got Mystique as the only splash. It looks like Crimson Dynamo as well. So it looks like it's going to be quite the battle here. Let's see what happens. With me today is Jeremy, aka Nobility. How is it going, man?
Hey, it's going good, Lucas. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm on a hot streak right now. This is my third game in 3 days streaming, I think. Let's see, Tuesday. Yeah, so the train keeps on going.
Yeah, you've been on a roll. It's been a good time.
Yeah, so this pairing we have here, they're both 3-1, which means they're both still in the running to make top cut. But if either of them loses, they're out of the running. So this is a pretty intense match here. The pressure is on for both players. What do you think of the matchup? What do you think of the matchup?
I mean, we know we're gonna get some good plays out of both of them, since, like you said, it's a battle to the death. I uh, I like it. I mean, it's gonna be a tough one either way. I think it's fairly even now with, especially with the changes that have come recently. I've played a lot of Guardians, and I know that before they kind of had some troubles dealing with X-Men with that storm cover. Now it works a little differently, so um, we might not see picks that everyone's used to in this matchup, which is kind of cool.
All right, I've let the players know that we're live and they're gonna initiate the priority roll any second now. I just did a quick glance at the secures and extracts, and it looks like I mean both players just like probably want their secures. I would imagine because we've got some spread out ones, relatively spread out ones for Wild Ricochet, but we've got like the classic attrition option or some classic attrition options for TG Lord. So we have looks like TG Lord wins the priority roll with a 4 and two crits. This is a pretty intense priority roll here. And we got Gamma and Deadly Legacy Virus. Let's
Ooh.
see what Wild Ricochet picks. I mean, you think you go with the higher threat here, so you can get as many synergies with your X-Men as you can. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, definitely. I would say that Guardians definitely feel good at the low threat, so take the high threat, give yourself some more tools.
Yeah, I think we're gonna probably see. We got our first time chatter here. Haunt.go says my dad is commentating. Well, let's see. My kids are in their room, so it must be your child.
Yeah, we'll go
That's
with that.
awesome. That's awesome. Is he? Does he understand MCP? Play MCP or anything like that?
Hey, he's played a couple matches. He's not big into it.
Yeah, I've got an 11-year-old boy who understands that you roll dice and characters can get attacked and things like that. But that's as much as as much as he understands. All right,
One.
so yeah, what were you gonna say?
Oh no. One day the kids will get the hang of it. They'll get into it.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't start playing miniatures until I was what I don't know. It's been like 2018-ish, right? So 5 years ago. So yeah, it's I don't know. It took me 28 years basically to find this hobby that I enjoy so much.
Yeah, no, same. I've only been into it for a couple years now, and I'm 33, so
Yeah, nice. Oh, we're the same age. This is the first skirmish game. Like I was playing Warhammer with giant armies and all that, and as soon as I found this game, and I've played the skirmish game for the first time, I was like, "Holy moly, this is incredible! I don't have to paint all those characters, over and over and over again, and my smooth brain can like understand understand the game a little more because there's like so many less positioning things, right? You got all these like army pieces, and I don't know. This game is so simple compared to the previous games I've played.
it is. But you really get rewarded for knowing, as much of it as you can. Like the knowledge of the characters, and just with the more that release, it feels like you just get more rewarded the more you know about it.
Yeah, that's the thing that I've said a couple times on the stream here is that really this game is about mistakes. This game is about managing the mistakes you make and basically putting your opponent in uncomfortable positions to have them make mistakes.
Oh yeah,
Nobody's going to nobody. Gee, Curtis is just trolling immediately. All right, yeah, that's okay.
it
So yeah,
happens. Yeah.
yeah, it's really there's everyone makes mistakes in the game. I mean, that's the you can't have two players playing perfectly basically because I mean you could, and then it comes down to dice, and then why don't you just roll dice for 2 hours and see who gets the most sixes or something, right? So there's you're really trying to. This game is all about capturing the opportunities that your opponent provides you with. So this let's see what traps the opponents each of these players put against their opponents here. I think we're going to see a Cyclops leadership down the middle here. Lots of long range hits. I'm not sure what tough characters WildRiccochet has on him, but um, yeah, I'm thinking like if I'm in his mind, I'm thinking like I need characters that can survive Cosmic Ghost Rider's onslaught. That's he's like the new the new big bad of the MCP universe.
Oh yeah, and you're also probably you're considering on the Guardian side, you're considering things like, oh, now I have to worry about, are my characters going to survive? Whereas before the matchup was always, can I kill them fast enough? Right? You weren't necessarily worried about taking the damage yourself, but now you got Cyclops with those great triggers that he's got, and that leadership that just passes out power. It's the dynamic has just completely changed.
Yeah, I think the cool thing about the Cyclops, I mean that upgrade was really huge. Like you could get 4 attacks in a turn with Cyclops now, and they can all push. Especially here we go, we've got the rosters coming out. Wild Ricochet, he's going 5 wide.
Ooh.
Yeah, all X. It looks like he's playing. Oh, he could be playing X Force. I'm looking at the cards to try to determine Cat and Mouse. He's playing X
Yep,
Force here,
that's X Force.
and then we have so let me just read through the characters. We've got Cable as the leader. Then we have X-23, Colossus, Wolverine. Storm is an X-Men, so she's splashed into the X-Force list. But then we have against him, we have the Guardians. We've got Star-Lord, Beta Ray Bill, Cosmic Ghost Rider, Nebula, and a splash of Crimson Dynamo. I think both players brought pretty strong rosters here, and lots of long range attacks here. They're going to be just bombing each other. And so let's see what happens here. Wolverine just like what it goes down the middle, just starts going like nuclear on the Guardians team. Let's see if he gets his double wild triggers to go off.
Yep, I mean that leadership will help him out a little bit with that, right?
Yeah, that's fair. I haven't seen too many games with the new X Force leadership, so let's just go through it here. Each allied character may re-roll 1 dice in their attack rolls per turn. So that is the same. That is what the leadership used to be. Now it includes the skull result in part of that reroll, so you can reroll skulls. If they do reroll, I'm guessing that means if they do the reroll,
Yeah.
and the enemy character is within 3, the enemy character does not benefit from cover. So I don't know how much that will take into effect because there's not a lot of terrain on the Guardian side down the middle of the Gamma secure, but that extra reroll is yeah. We'll probably see a couple of extra results coming from that.
Yep. I mean the X Force player here has a lot of tools here to kind of try to offset what that monster Cosmic Ghost Rider can do over there. Colossus can't be pushed, so that hurts him. He's got Cable for those extra defensive tech. So he's got some things here that he can take advantage of.
Yeah, exceptional healing is probably he's just looking to stop one of like the big hits into either X-23 or Wolverine to so he doesn't they don't come off the table in like a single action or something like that. Looks like so the one thing about Gamma here, we are playing 19 based on the amount of characters. The one thing is like, do you want to grab an outside legacy virus and take damage from the Gamma? That's the question both players are going to be asking themselves. It looks like Wild Ricochet has deployed X-23 on the wide flank here, and Star-Lord is deployed mid-flank on TGLords on the opposite side, north side of the board here from my perspective, to potentially grab the other one. Wolverine is mid-flank on WildRiccochet on the same side as Star-Lord, north side, so he has the option to grab it. He's threatening Star-Lord. You better not take that, Star-Lord, or you're freaking dead. But yeah, this other than that, you're pretty much just deploying down the middle because the of the secure is it can be 4 points around if a player captures all the points, and you take damage if you're not within two of it. So most characters will end up being inside that range two alley, basically, of the mission of the map.
Yeah, it's. I do wonder if this mausoleum, the size 4, right by Wolverine, might impact his ability to punish Star Lord getting that. But I also wonder how much Star Lord actually wants to go get that.
Yeah, so there's no way for Wolverine. So we're rolling for the Psychosis token. Ghost Rider gets an extra 2 power here. There's now that I see it, like I'm thinking a little bit more about this. Wolverine only has 1 power. He doesn't have enough to like do a charge on the first turn. So
No, he'd have to
maybe
no matter cost a 3 range spender.
yeah, without the double wilds, which I mean it's still decent, but it's not like it doesn't have that pop factor. So we have Wild Ricochet. Um, so we have TGLord going. Hold on, who had priority? Yeah, TGLord had priority. So he's doing a pretty classic opening here with Bill. Eyes on the prize at the start of your activation, and he's then moving up within range 2, picking the virus up, and then he'll probably be dropping back a little bit. I'm sure he'll be putting a range 5 down marker down on Cable to get out of a range of a double tap. So let's see if that's what we see coming up here. He might just run all the way back to the very back of the gamma. There we go.
We we didn't see Cable come out here and do cat and mouse real quick at the start of the game. I think using that in the middle is interesting when he had priority with Bill. So I wonder if he's got something planned here with Cable that isn't super obvious.
Yeah, I think it's just like you've got a character that can do decent damage, and you're basically putting them. He now Cable can just use his range 2 place to get on the midpoint. I mean, the only question I guess you ask yourself is like, can Cable tank these a Ghost Rider double tap? Because you're kind of asking for that.
Yeah, that's
Um,
the scariest thing, putting your leader out like that.
yeah, I think that's like you could do something like put Colossus right in front of Cable, and that would prevent Cable from getting pulled in. But
That is true.
I don't know. It looks like Wolverine is going to be putting the scoring pressure on her. That's the idea here. By grabbing this legacy virus, he'll get cover because Wolverine is size 2 against Star Lord's attack, and
And he can
uh,
kind of position himself so that Ghost Rider can't come over there and pull him super easily.
yeah. So Ghost Rider, yeah, this is a good, it's a good grab here. I think this makes a lot of sense, and he is going to take gamma damage at the end of the round, but he has healing factor, so when he activates next, that damage will be kind of just taken away from him. The only bummer here is that if he doesn't take any damage, he's still he just basically has a slow start, right? This next round 2, he'll still have only 1 power, and so he won't be able to do his charge, his improved charge. What is it called? The best at what I do. So let's see
Right.
if Starlord puts any damage into Wolverine later on. Actually, that was a very,
Yeah.
very smart play by WildRiccochet because TG Lord didn't have any safe or any way to grab the virus on the bottom side.
Yeah, and obviously grabbing that one is much safer than grabbing it with X-23, who has no way to stop herself from getting sucked in.
Yeah, so I mean, if I had to guess, we might even see a last activation X-23, right? Just grab that virus at the end of the round. Yeah, let's see what we do next. So Star-Lord is just positioning down the middle here. One strategy, like as an attrition player playing in Gamma, is like you is just to leave the outside extracts and just go barrel down the middle. That's because the characters, these extract holders on the flanks, they have to come to the middle towards you anyway. There's no escape really because of the gamma. Now, it's funny that I say that because both characters can survive the gamma with healing factor. So that'll be interesting to see if they do, if these healing factor characters do push towards the middle, or if they do something else because they have the ability to survive outside of gamma.
Right. It's going to be interesting because he's obviously not wanting to let Cable just double attack someone, so he's also hesitant to move up. But the longer he waits as the attrition player, the more the odds kind of shift against him.
Yeah, I think that putting, I mean, if anyone's going to take these hits, Cable seems like the guy to do it. He does have damage reduction. So on this side, on his front side, he's like he has very similar stats to Steve in terms of like he can raise a shield and all that, but he has damage reduction where Steve doesn't have damage reduction. Now on the other side of his card, he also counts blanks. So I think that's how it works. He'd have to get flipped for me to remember. I could pull it up, but
He
either
does
way,
count blanks, yes.
and can he also use Bose Moi? How do you know how to say that? The
I
ability to
think
add dice. I think you can. I think
I
he
think
can.
that goes away. I
Oh, it
think that
does.
goes away, but he just counts blanks.
Okay, yeah. So that's gonna if he does have to flip, he does have an extra health on the other side as well. So I think that if he does flip in round two, if that's what we see Cosmic Ghost Rider doing, going into Colossus, then he'll just be tougher on the injured side. He has the stagger option available to him on the Spender Colossus, so
And
let's see. It'll be
Colossus is just
interesting
going
to
to
see.
be a nightmare to deal with, right? With Cable adding defense dice on top of it.
Oh yeah, yeah, exactly. That's a good synergy. So he'll need to get some damage through to be able to fuel that. Cable is a really great into Crimson Dynamo because he can shoot his energy, which is Crimson Dynamo's
Hmm.
lowest defense, outside of range 3, ignoring the disruption field superpower that Dynamo has to offer. So I think we might see that from Cable right now just to boost up that power, which will lead to increased defense dice on into Colossus. So
Absolutely.
it seems like a pretty reasonable thing to do. Storm also, look at that. Storm's going up here. I think Storm's the pick here is because you can boost your dice to 6. That's a pretty cool move. You've got a bunch of characters with flying on the Guardians team, which that area effect, Hurricane does free damage with that ability, but also you've got the shock on this on the lightning bolt attack. So she has stealth too, so the Guardians can't hit her from range 4. So she's got a bunch of small like little things that will make the Guardians annoyed. And let's see if they add up to be anything substantial in the match.
Yeah, I really like Storm as just a 3 threat now, right? Not even a leader. She's so good now with those
Yeah.
changes.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's like just a what is it? So it was a you reduce the dice boost, you increase the hurricane damage by 1 and decrease the cost by 1. I think that's what it was, right? All that.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. So we have a roll storm into Crimson Dynamo, I'd imagine. We get the shock on Dynamo.
Pretty big.
We had Crew of the Milano on TGLord's tactic cards here. Now that card will remove special conditions on all Guardians characters that are on them and will prevent conditions for the round. Now Crimson Dynamo is the splash character, so it looks like he's going to be shocked for a while. I would imagine. I think that unless he shakes the shock, he's going to be shocked for quite a while. So let's see if that has any impact
Oh
on the
yeah.
attrition of the Guardians.
Just have to wonder how long he's gonna wait to go with Cosmic Ghost Rider here. Is he gonna try to get someone in, or is he gonna hold him off till later on, try to pull people off points?
Yeah. All right. So Nebula getting some shots into Colossus here. She'll get the full reroll. She'll get the full reroll because she's attacking a character that is contesting a. Let's see here. What does it say? It says attacking character that's holding or contesting an objective token. So a 4 dice energy full reroll attack. It's pretty good.
Oh yeah. Setting her up to do the spender next round too.
Yeah, exactly. That 1 power means 3 power next round. It's a very, very normal opening move for Nebula. to do that. So she has 3 power, so she can do a 6 dice full reroll next turn. And on top of that, she is staying outside of 2 of the gamma here. Now, it's totally fine because she heals at the beginning of her activation. I would imagine you're going to see Nebula activation probably pretty early on for the Guardians, unless a Guardian has taken a significant amount of damage by the end of this round. And if not, so if the Guardians are relatively healthy, you might as well activate Nebula first. She can't do anything scoring wise, and it could potentially put the Wild Ricochet on the back foot in terms of like all of a sudden if you've taken a bunch of damage, you're trying to basically hold your position. So let's see what Ghost Rider and Cable do. Both the strongest characters on either team are activating last.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how he manages Ghost Rider's power here. Some people like to just go crazy and do everything that he can do, and some people like to be a little safer to make sure he maintains that psychosis.
Yeah, I guess we'll find out what kind of player TGLord is here. It looks like he's spending all. It looks like he's lining up to spend all of his power. Um, so the interesting thing too is that sacrifice could basically funnel power into Cosmic Ghost Rider if he wants to do that, something like that.
That's a good point. Yeah, if he's going to go hard into Dynamo, then that is one way to prevent that. Kind of kill 2 birds with 1 stone, keep Dynamo alive, and get your psychosis for next round.
Yeah. It's interesting though playing sacrifice. So if you do play sacrifice, playing it so early, when like it could be like a activation saving card. So it depends on how greedy he is, but I um I have a bad habit of burning my cards super early. I mean, I think that comes from my X-Men experience that I've been playing. But yeah,
You
so
can't
let's
take
see.
them with you once the game ends. So.
Yeah, that's right. That's a good point.
I mean, TG Lord did bring no matter the cost, so we know he's going to be. I mean, as if we didn't know he was going to be aggressive with Ghost Rider. That's a pretty scary card with Ghost Rider.
Yeah, for sure. Getting that spender off when you don't, even though you don't have enough power, typically. And yeah, so let's see here.
Like
What
Ghost
are we
Rider's
seeing?
going into Colossus.
Yeah, that's what we're seeing. Okay, makes sense. Ooh, 5 hits into 2 blocks. Looks like 2 damage going through on
Oh.
Colossus.
Yep.
That's all right.
Saves
Let's
the
see.
wing in
Let's
it
see.
because he only has 1 failure.
Yep, and now Colossus is probably gonna raise his shields out. Imagine. Yep. There he goes. He spent the 2, so now he's getting. So now we have
2 crits.
4 successes so far with TG Lord's Cosmic Ghost Rider.
Ooh.
No blocks on 5 dice. That's gonna hurt. I think that is gonna be enough.
If that's not enough, he can still wing it. He's got 2 to reroll.
There he goes. He is gone. He is off. He is. uh,
Ouch.
yeah, that is pretty bad. I wonder. Let's see what the thinking is here with Wild Ricochet. How he's gonna respond. He does have 2 power. He can do a pull, but he's no one in range, so he's probably gonna end his turn like that.
I think he's probably pretty happy to save that 2 power.
Yeah, hitting a very tough model down in 2 hits with Colossus, like oh my gosh, that's
Yeah.
he's a menace. The Cosmic Ghost Rider is the oh
Being
man.
able to take him down that quickly on the healthy side and have a no matter the cost Mystic Spender available next round is bad news for Colossus.
Yeah, Cable. It was interesting that Cable had the 2 power. He could have boosted the Colossus dice. So it's
It,
interesting that he chose not to do that. I mean, maybe you. I don't know if that's the right play or not, or if it was holding it on is important. We don't have brace on TG Lord's side here. I'm not sure if that'll come into play, but Storm, Colossus, Wolverine, and Cable all can throw terrain. I would like to see. I think I would like to
oh
see Wild
yeah.
Ricochet uh, use the terrain to deal damage as much as possible.
Yeah, it looks like yeah. TGLord opted to take pretty much all offensive cards. I mean, aside from sacrifice, to in place of brace. Yeah, those throws could be big.
Yeah, so look at that. He's putting range 3 on. Okay, he's putting range 3 on Star-Lord. He's looking to get the X-Force reroll into him with no cover. So it looks like I think he's out though, based on what I'm seeing. But okay, let's see what he does. He's spending 2 power to throw terrain.
He's gonna want to go into Dynamo probably.
What's the? I'm just trying to figure out what the 2 power is he just spent. Oh no, sorry, that's for
Body slide.
body
Body
slide.
slide.
That's right.
Because he wasn't able to get on that objective.
Yeah, I don't know how out he is, but all right. Well, he is range 3 of Star-Lord, so he can ignore the cover Star-Lord is on and just and throw 5 dice, re-rolling 2 plus the re-roll from X-Force into Star-Lord. It looks like that's what he's doing.
Maybe he's trying to get his wing and it's gone as fast as possible.
All right, a great block from Star-Lord from with 2 with cover. So if WildRiccochet would have to use his leadership to here, and that's what he's doing. It looks like re-rolling 1 here.
He's
Well,
re-rolling 2 from being within 3, right?
okay, and then I think he also re-rolled the skull there. So he's rolling. I think he's rolling 4 here with no cover. So Star-Lord probably takes 2. There's the 2 damage. Wild
With an
Incinerate.
incinerate.
So it's he's. I mean, I would imagine you just go into Star-Lord again. You kind of committed.
Yeah, you need to build up some power so you can shield up as much as possible, right? Ooh.
Oh, that's a rough roll. Cover blocks that automatically because you only get the leadership to ignore cover once.
It looks like he's throwing his crit in and
You get
doing his
your
2
2
rerolls.
rerolls. Yeah, that's right. Let's see if they convert it all. We got 2 blocks on Star-Lord, so
Those are good rerolls.
those are good. Wow, Star-Lord's on 1 health. I think, right?
That's
Am I missing something? 2? No, sorry, 2 damage in. So he's at 2 health left.
so we may see a Star-Lord activation first next round.
Yeah, that might. That let's see. Let's see. It'll be interesting to see how this goes. I mean, Cosmic Ghost Rider. I think like typically when I see players play Cosmic Ghost Rider, it's like you activate them early and often. Basically, you're just like he's looking
Not
for
in
the
range to
terrain throw.
throw.
Yeah, he's looking for
Yeah.
a size. He could throw a size 4 terrain. I think is that a size 4 right there? Size
I believe
3.
that's a size 3.
So you could throw that. You'd be down to 1 power. In the power phase, you get 2 power. So you could boost shields once with Cable, if that's what you're looking to do. Um, he's just wishing that he was within medium range of Starlord. He just measure it a couple more times and then
It might be there.
yeah, yeah.
Like you said, I think he should probably abuse these throws as much as he can. So I mean, even if he can't reach Star-Lord, maybe throw it into Dynamo. You're done attacking for the round, so you don't really care if Dynamo has that power right now.
Yeah, I do that. He's throwing. So he's paying 2 power to throw the size 2, so that he basically gives him 2 shields next round
Okay.
online. So let's see what damage goes through here. Okay, 1 block, 2 damage will go through unless it's
Ooh, he threw
Crimson.
it into Ghost
They're
Rider.
Ghost Rider. Okay.
Interesting. I don't know if I agree with that one.
Um, yeah, it is interesting because like I mean the situation that we're probably both seeing is that he's gonna now have enough power to spender like without having to play no matter the cost.
Not to
Um,
mention, you basically guaranteed his psychosis. Like, there was a chance he was slightly less threatening next round, right?
yeah, that is true. Yes, yeah, exactly. Because
And now
he
you,
had 2 power, so if he rolled, well, he would only have to have rolled 1 success. So it's like
uh,
the fact that Ghost Rider gets power in the power phase, like is
he would
what.
have had to roll 2, right? He was on 2. You have to be at 5.
Yeah, so he would have got 1 from the power phase, and then he rolls psychosis.
Right. So he
So
would have needed 2 from
okay,
psychosis.
okay. So
Yeah, he probably still gets it.
I mean, like, yeah, like mathematically, you're like at an 80% or I don't know, it's something. Let's see what he gets. There's the
Yeah.
three.
Oh yeah.
So therefore, yeah,
But now he can place
and
and
spender,
spender.
yeah.
Ooh. Oh,
I
what a
mean, you don't
model.
even have to place. You could just pull a character in. Or you could pull a cable in and then spender. like, um, Colossus not being range 2 of Ghost Rider here is obviously a problem for the deflecting attacks. So it looks like we are seeing a Star-Lord activation early is a consideration here with the measuring tools. I think that I think Cable just goes into Star-Lord probably, right? If he doesn't activate first and Cable's alive, it would make
You
sense.
you would think you have to limit his activations if you can.
Yeah.
Ghost Rider's throwing enough dice at you. If you can stop his other characters from doing it, that's a win.
Yeah, exactly. Um, Beta Ray Bill is going to have this is a thing you see with Beta Ray Bill not having a strong turn 2 is typically because he spent all his power last round in his throw. He likes to be at 3 power to get his throw online. And the only character with flight is Storm, so his summon the Storm ability isn't going to be as easy to get off as like it would against a team that had more flyers on it. So um, yeah. So anyway, we have Star Lord activating early into Cable. Let's see if Cable boosts his shields here. I mean, you probably do. I mean,
I
I
think
would,
you just
but
have to, right?
looks like he didn't. Looks like he didn't. So
Wow. Okay.
he's risking it for the biscuit, and he's getting punished. Um, so we're seeing 5 successes into one block. Takes 4. He's more than halfway dead from a builder. Oh, hold on.
That
Was that
was
a
a
builder? That was
full
a
auto, I
builder.
think.
No, that was
Or no,
5. I'm seeing
that
less
was a
than.
builder.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Wow.
Now he's doing
Ooh.
a full auto spender here and a hit and run.
Oh God. Yeah, I mean you gave him the ability to do both when you didn't try to
Yeah.
block as much as possible.
Let's see. Okay, so hold on. We have a sacrifice into Colossus.
Oh, okay. And dice boost?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that's what we saw. So Colossus blocks 3 total. Um, and Star
He's
Lord,
just gonna
yeah, just a
uh,
condition.
he has a wing in it if he wants to fish for some more wilds,
That's true, but
which
so
he is doing.
what was it? He didn't use it. Oh, and he doesn't get it. Okay, well he's pretty greedy because I don't think he was doing any damage there. Oh, he might have done 1 damage if he rolled 2 successes. But
Yeah.
um, yeah,
That's
but
that's
interesting.
a tough play because now Sacrifice is offline and Colossus is completely exposed to that Mystic attack.
Yeah, so is Colossus is he doesn't count blanks. Oh yeah, you're right. Colossus doesn't count blanks on mystic attacks, only on physical and energy. That's an important thing that
Oh,
I.
that is true. Chat just pointed out not supposed to add dice on a
Oh,
Sacrifice
did
attack.
he
He
um
boosted dice with Cable.
oh, okay, that's right. Shoot. I think I missed I just missed it. Oh well. I It's too late for that. The dice already everything's already happened. Shoot.
Yeah.
Oh well. Well, that's what happens when you're in Life of Accuser. You can't catch them all. Yeah, game on, I guess.
Luckily, I mean the attack roll wasn't massive, so
Yeah. It's I we'll see how it is. I mean, you can't be perfect. You just have to live with that reality. So, all right, I think we'll probably see Cable activate now for the same logic we saw Star Lord activating. Um, and that's Cable. What probably maybe goes in Star Lord here. Star Lord's already activated, so it's like there's no punishment really um for going into Star Lord now. So maybe you put more dice into Cosmic Ghost Rider. Maybe Crimson Dynamo. I don't know what the answer is. Let's see what he does. What are we getting here? We're getting lots of regolds. We got a massive
those
four
are
successes.
good rolls
Sorry,
on both
six
sides.
successes into looks like 4 successes here. Okay, Cosmic Ghost Rider took more damage.
Okay. Well, I mean, if he can somehow manage to daze him before he activates, that's a huge win.
That is huge win. We're gonna see that building, that size 3 building, is gonna be thrown, I'm sure. So Cable is placing. Um,
Ooh, are we
oh, is he
seeing a
being
K?
where is he gonna see a Mystic area attack here? Yeah, Cable Spender. He's going all in on damage here. Interesting. I would have maybe considered. I personally would have considered doing the terrain throw into a range 2 place away from Crimson Dynamo's disruption field, and then hitting Cosmic Ghost Rider there. But sacrifice is online, so that was a bad play, but bad line on my thinking. But let's see
This
who we
is,
go
I mean,
into.
this is a potentially huge attack.
And it heals too, I think, right? If you do damage, you get to
Yes.
heal. You get to heal for each time you do damage. And we have a
Now,
we have a Cable whiff here.
so that's two into what? Probably Nebula. He does. He no, he can't. If he rerolls now, he doesn't get a reroll later from the leadership, so he
Yeah,
probably doesn't want to use it there, right?
yeah. It wouldn't kill Nebula, so you just have to
But he
live with
does
her.
heal.
Yeah,
That's a roll.
that is a roll. That roll exists. Oh
If this
man,
is into
that's
Ghost Rider,
is it? Oh, that's a huge. Holy moly, that's crazy. Did he disruption field it? No, he didn't. Yeah, okay. Wow. That is massive.
uh,
Is it into Ghost
that was
Rider?
into
No, it's Dynamo,
Dynamo.
but
It's
he
just a
gets him.
one
Oh
shot.
my god, that's insane.
Well, now he
Oh,
can't disruption
all right.
field,
Yeah,
so
disruption field now. Now try to disruption field when you're dead. Jeez, that's
my
crazy.
goodness.
Wow, Cable. That's incredible. Wow, what a roll, eh? When you roll, you roll 6 dice. Was that 6 Mystic, or was that 7? 7 Mystic, and you get 7 successes and no
This is the
blocks. Oh my
counter
god.
attack now, right?
Oh, got your back. Yeah, got your back rolls. Only 2. Oh my gosh. This is what a dice situation here.
He's burning his winging it on offense here.
Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, you might
It
as well,
didn't
right?
help.
Oh, and he didn't convert it. Oh my gosh, TGLord. His
Only
dice are
two,
falling apart here.
which interestingly is going to give him enough to potentially throw something into him
If he
afterwards.
doesn't
If
get
he,
him here, yeah, you're right. Wow, this would be a you could throw into Nebula for the days there if you get him on the spender.
wow, yeah, uh,
That would be
Cable the
crazy.
hero.
Yeah, let's see what he gets here. Did he? All right. Oh, we have sacrifice into Nebula.
Oh, good
Oh my
sacrifice.
gosh. You can't. Okay, yeah. So Nebula dies. All right. Yeah, yeah. Nebula dies. You can't add the extra crit here, but it won't matter. She dies anyway. Yeah. So he added the crit on accident. Look, both players forget how to play sacrifice, and me watching also forgets about sacrifice. So, all right. So we have Cosmic Ghost Rider staying alive here, and we've got a terrain. What do we have now? What's going on?
He's counterattacking again.
Oh man.
It is not once per turn.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's. We got another 3 successes into Cable's no blocks. Oh my gosh. Now you throw the build. Now you throw the size 3 into Cosmic Ghost Rider. Yeah, yeah, and you could get him here. No, you can't. He's got tons of health. Oh my god.
I'm not positive that he spent the power for the second counterattack.
Okay, let's check that.
I could be wrong.
Yeah, yeah. He was at 9 power at one point, so
I think
he must have. I think he did.
it's 3 power to
Yeah, so
do
he
it.
went from he went
That's
Ghost
true.
Rider spent
Okay.
9 to 7 or something. He had 10, so he went 9 to 7 or 10 to 7, and then he got Nebula, and yeah, so he spent it twice.
Yep. Okay.
Okay.
There was a lot of stuff that happened there.
Yeah, yeah, it is when you have area attacks and beams and all that, it kind of just it's a little hectic.
So
Um,
Cable manages to live on one on his own turn.
yep, so uh, yeah, that's funny. Kill on his own turn. Yeah, the so now what are we I'm trying to think of like what happens here. We're trying to TGLord is not gonna he's gonna have priority next turn. Um, so I don't know. Ricochet probably tries to set up a Colossus body block kind of situation for next turn, so that Cable doesn't get wiped off the board, um, like immediately on next round.
Well, you have to wonder who I mean, Cable's on one, right? So Bill might be able to deal with that. You have to
Yeah,
wonder if he uses Cosmic Ghost Rider to go after the others. Because that was his first activation of the round. I mean,
yeah, that was
he
pretty
dazed
crazy.
two characters and almost killed Ghost Rider.
Yeah, so I think so the question is, do you spend her like Curtis is saying, do you spend her into Colossus and then you just do a hit into Cable? Um, so I mean that seems pretty totally reasonable, 100% reasonable. I think that you do. It's your only Mystic attack. Colossus is going to tank probably like so many hits if you're attacking him with physical or energy because of the counting blanks and damage reduction. So I think you take him off the board now would be a huge win for TG Lord.
Absolutely, yeah.
If Cosmic Ghost Rider does go down this turn, I'm almost certain we're gonna see Galaxy's greatest tactic card come out, which
Oh,
is
100%.
like it's just so freaking oppressive. Up to
It's
four Guardians spend two each. They can what do? They get one dice to their attack and defense rolls, and this is for the rest of the game. And you put that on Nebula and you put that on Cosmic Ghost Rider, and so it's like you don't even want to attack them because they can't influence the score at all. But if you don't attack them, they're just going to start murking your characters one by one, like even faster than they already do. And here we go. We have a range one place into Colossus. This is he burning no
he's
matter the cost? No, he's not.
no, he didn't need to, and Cable boosted some defense dice. We'll see if that helps.
No.
No,
No, he's
because
just
that
it
one
removes his
becomes a
shield.
zero
Yeah, it comes
anyway.
nothing anyway because he got the trigger. Which
Uh, I
oh
mean,
my
it's on
gosh.
that many dice.
So just what is that? Is that three hitting Colossus or two? I guess there's one little ping on Colossus with Star Lord, from the sacrifice. But so four hits and Colossus is off the board.
That's unreal.
That is yep. So yeah, Cosmic Ghost Rider can just do that.
Oh man, you have to wonder if he just leaves Ghost Rider alone for the rest of the turn.
Right, so that he is going he doesn't either gets a crappy activation or doesn't get an activation at all. But yeah, that was a very powerful. He'll need to hit Storm in range 3 because she's stealth. But my God, like Cosmic Ghost Rider could just like take some models off the board. Oh man, that's I don't know what to say. That's like it's kind of. Oh, hold on, are we getting Here we go. Oh yeah, we're in range 3 of Storm.
And at least Storm does have 4 energy defense.
Yeah, it's crazy how that adding that extra skull makes the dice seem like that much better. And look at
Yeah,
that, I just say that and he rolls 3 skulls,
goodness.
counts at 4. Wow. So Storm will take 2.
Wow. Just a lot of damage through a round and a half so far.
Yeah, I think that we're gonna have. Let's see. I mean, we're gonna beat. We might be in it for a tabling here. I like. Okay, so X23 only has 1 power, so she's either double moving. Oh, look at that. She's playing. What? Hold on, she flipped. Oh, flipped the wrong card here. I think he flipped fastball special instead of no matter the cost. Maybe.
I
No,
think
it's
maybe
off
he
the
just
table.
flipped that
Fast.
because
Yeah, it's
it's
off the
yeah.
table. You're right. That's a dead card, man. It's a bummer.
It's too bad, yeah. That would have been just another nice way to exploit the no brace.
Yeah. All right. I mean, I think you probably save your outside characters for later on. You still are gonna have. You're going to have a last activation here. Let's see what he does with Storm.
Yeah, I mean, Bill's going to have a hard time coming up and getting on this middle point without putting himself in range of a lot of danger. I mean, he can wait until he's only got one character left, but Bill probably, honestly, is just happy moving to the front of that back point and calling it a turn.
Yeah. Let's see. We're seeing we're probably going to see him out of the cost for one damage on X23. Pay the other power. Oh no, we're doing a regular builder into Cosmic Ghost Rider.
Okay.
So we got a pretty decent roll here with 3 successes. We have 3 blocks because TG Lord counts
Oh,
skulls. What
oh
a monster!
goodness.
And you can't even pierce those too, right? So it's like
Yep.
it's just so good. 4 takes 1 damage on Cosmic Ghost Rider.
Uh, X23 is still gonna unfortunately take that gamma damage at the end of the round.
Yeah, I think that I mean she'll be fine. Do we have do have exceptional healing online next turn, and that's maybe why he just chose to do a builder. So we've got Wolverine just looks like double walking. So I think the reason we're seeing Storm activate last is because she can displace Bill with
Yeah.
her superpower throw. Um, so yeah, Wolverine does not like Crimson Dynamo, so this is like not the greatest situation for him.
Yeah, he basically turns off the best at what I do advantage.
Man, I think that nowadays, like I can't build a list without Crimson Dynamo because of Gamma, because of the Gamma Shelter secure. He's just so powerful on this.
Yeah, he's so good on these condensed maps. It took me a long time to come around to him, but I just got so frustrated with people doing it to me that I had to jump on the train.
Yeah, and we haven't seen it this game because he hasn't disruption fielded once, but I imagine we're gonna see a few disruption fields next round. Like that's what we're both talking about. What is about to happen next round? No healing factor, classic. Oh, it looks like he almost missed healing factor, or healing factor is an optional ability, so
Yep.
you could easily forget to do it, and then your opponent does not have to give you any takesies backsies. So we might have seen that in this situation, but so Bill moves up and looks like he's doing a summon the storm. Oh no, he's doing probably a 5 dice attack into Cable physical. Finish him off.
Interesting.
1, 2, 3 for 5 dice. Yep. So 3. Yep. No blocks on Cable.
Yikes.
Yeah. Wow. Cable not rolling very well defensively. That's for sure.
Yeah, Bill's not going to be able to do much else from there.
I'm planning on bringing Cable to an event on Saturday. And this is, oh, now I'm like scared. Now I'm like I have a little doubt creeping in my mind.
Cable is honestly great now after the changes though. Like he
Yeah.
may not be rolling super well right here, but he is leaps and bounds better.
All right. Let's see this. Uh, Maybe he can get an area attack off. Maybe he almost dies next round and gets another massive area attack off. Right? He could just win the game on a single activation here.
Like at this point, you know this game is not going to points.
Yeah.
So
Three
you
three.
kind
Yeah. 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 It's a 6 round game at this pace, right? If they score the same amount every round, but we do have we do have 2 secures for the X-Men and 2 extracts for the X-Men. So they're going to be scoring 4 this round with TG Lord scoring what looks like is going to be 2. He's going to probably I mean the move was to move Storm and throw Bill into Star-Lord, right? And then
yeah.
um but you didn't he didn't opt to do
I
that.
mean,
That's
he
interesting.
can still do that. He's still got his other action, but he just kind of he cheated himself out of maybe an attack.
Yeah, potentially. So I wonder what the thinking is here, but maybe this different play that he's doing works better. But yeah, I mean the gut reaction there for me was to like get something into Star Lord here. Let's see what he ends up doing.
Yeah, I would want to daze one of them. That way, when Galaxy's Greatest gets played, like one of them isn't getting the benefit. Um, he can't wait for both of them.
Okay, so we're doing a pumping the dice, probably into Beta Ray Bill. Getting a shock on Beta Ray Bill is a decent option as well. And we get 4 successes. Bill rolls like he always frickin' does. And Bill just rolls. Bill's defense dice when I play against him are just monster rolls every time.
I mean,
Oh,
well,
it's
and
hold on.
the
It's into Cosmic Ghost Rider.
okay, that's better. That's a better option because Bill could have aggressive done to the point.
So what are we seeing here? We're seeing a throw on Cosmic Ghost Rider 2. Oh
I
yeah,
don't
good
think
call on
she
that.
can
Good call on
throw.
that. You're right. Good call out that Bill could have aggressive onto the point.
She
Um,
can't throw Cosmic Ghost
yeah,
Rider,
yeah,
right?
size 2. You're right. Good call. Wow, you should be an accuser. Yeah, yeah. You're right. So she's done there, but it does put pressure on Cosmic Ghost Rider to activate early here. Um,
I don't think he minds that.
yeah, he might. He just goes for Cable and tries to take him off the board. Cable
Yeah.
not having a lot. He's used all his power, so he doesn't have a lot of defensive options available to him right now.
I mean, on the flip side, if he doesn't manage to kill Cable and he just gives him enough for a massive area attack again,
Yeah,
it
you could. Yeah,
could
it
be a
could be.
problem.
Yeah, it could be a game ending. It could be game ending. Cable could just wipe a bunch of these characters off the board.
I mean, Dynamo surely didn't like it last time.
Curtis Curtis should play Ghost Rider with all these these recommendations here.
Well, he can't
Spender,
really.
Cable, Shoot Storm, probably. Yeah, I mean that's
Yeah.
totally reasonable.
Unless maybe Ghost Rider whiffs this psychosis roll, right? Then he can't spin. Okay, well, so
All right,
much
so much
for
for
that.
that. What was that about whiffing?
Yeah.
Okay, so now, yeah, so you, what do? You can spender, you could spender
Oh,
Cable, you could incinerate another model and then attack another model. You can't no matter the cost. You're
you
at 1 power. I'm surprised he didn't play Okay, okay. So Galaxy Greatest would have only worked on Nebula.
yeah, definitely
Mm,
save that for Ghost Ghost Rider and Star Lord.
yeah, I guess so. That makes sense. Either one of them. So next round
Yeah.
probably is when we'll see it. All right. So we have Ghost Rider with a yep. So he just rolls what, 9 dice? Okay, 9 successes.
It's a solid defense roll, but
Holy moly,
7,
we've
9,
got
11.
11 into 3, 4. What is this? Yeah, he dies, right? 4. He dies
Yeah.
exactly.
I mean, he dies even. Yeah, I guess he didn't hit his trigger yet. He has a wing in it. Should he want to use
But it
it?
doesn't matter. He got him. 7.
Oh,
He rolled 11 to 4. Oh my gosh, the frickin' Ghost Rider, man. That's crazy. He's
yep.
just my entire list this weekend is teched against Ghost Rider basically. It's like
It's kind of
pay to
where we're
flips,
at.
it's pay to flips, it's Cable, Dynamo, Bill are all on my list. Steve, it's a Steve Avengers list, so I got Steve bodyguarding. Um, so it's like I have got a pay to flip plan and a Ghost Rider plan, and that's pretty much it. All right.
Well, that's a different attack roll.
Yeah, that wow. Storm takes nothing.
If he converts any on the wing in it, he does not.
Okay. Interesting. Two very radically different attack rolls there.
So now you probably leave Ghost Rider alone, right? Because you're going to be getting priority and you
Hmm.
prevent him from hurting you next round.
Yeah, the only thinking I see here potentially is like you can get a frenzy trigger off X-23. Um, this is this Dynamo. So what Dynamo is going to do here, and why we were talking him up so much, is he's going to completely neuter Wild Ricochet's attacks. In probably enough for that each of TGLord's characters will probably get to activate this round because of how strong that ability is. So X-23 is attacking. I'm imagining into Ghost Rider for the frenzy ability. That's what it looks like. We have
He
one
did
no
get
blocks.
disruption fielded.
Um, we have 2 successes. He needs 1 here. He just needs 1, and he got it. Wow. So it was disruption field. What didn't matter? and Ghost Rider. I'm trying to see what happens here. Yeah, there we go. So we're gonna get a frenzy. The timing on the frenzy is important because because you have to pay for the frenzy before you gain power from an attack. Uh, so that's probably why he opted to use the builder instead of like trying to go for a spender here. So now he gets a short advance. X23 will get a short advance into another 5 dice attack for free before she takes a second action.
Looks like he's probably gonna try to take Nebula off the board here.
Yep.
She can definitely be really scary with all that power and contesting objectives. The solid attack roll 3.
Nebula does get a defensive reroll. Let's see if TG Lord remembers it. It looks like he did. There it is. 2 blocks, 3 successes, 1 damage on Nebula. Do we have a? Did we have a disruption field played? It looks like it.
I don't see why he wouldn't.
The only reason why you might not is because like Nebula, it heals 1 anyway. I don't know, like maybe there's thinking there like you're giving her free power, but no. So we got the actual disruption field. He's worried about. So we rolled 2. Yeah, okay. He rolled 2 of them. No, hold on, that's wrong. He only rolled 1 hit roll. So I think we saw a um the wrong the I mean he did it I think he doesn't know the situation of the timing because in that situation it's just best to just roll both of them anyway.
Right.
Because the pierce at that point when you're doing disruption field, if you would have rolled a pierce, it would have already happened the step before.
Uh, this is a
Anyway,
good attack roll.
yeah, wow, big hits. Let's see if it's but also a great defensive roll.
Yep.
So the pierce would happen now. This is the important part. So whoever he's attacking should only have 2 defense dice, 2 defense successes. So we've
Yep.
got 6 into 2, which is 4 damage going through. Let's see what the it's not going to matter. Like the players are not going to realize the importance of that step because he has 3 wilds. So you're not getting rid of the pierce, or they don't think you're getting rid of the pierce. Do you know what I'm trying to say? It's kind of
Yeah.
confusing.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So
Now he had 5 defenses after his winging it, so no
whoa, holy
damage.
moly! Well, the
A
pierce will get
pierce.
him from one for one.
Yep.
So
She's just gonna heal that right back, and
wow,
he'll be perfectly
that's
happy.
Nebula. That was exactly what Nebula wanted. That entire activation because she only took 1 damage. She's going to heal it when she starts her activation. And she's going to
And
go
she,
absolutely crazy.
yeah, luckily he has exceptional to kind of stop one of them if he needs to, but Nebula's not really the character you want to have to burn that on in this situation.
Yeah. So that was the second action. Oh, and he doesn't make the back piece. I think
Yeah.
we're we're seeing. I mean, TG Lord is in a very he has the opportunity here to just start like just I mean if his foot wasn't all the way down on the gas pedal, it certainly can be at this point.
Yeah, Ricochet is kind of in panic mode here, maybe.
Yeah, I mean you've lost your 2 strongest characters
You have no
and
leader.
you know leadership
Uh,
now. Yeah, this is a pretty this is a very strong team that TG Lord has brought to the table.
he did forget Nebula's heal, it looks like, because it's at the beginning of her activation.
Yeah, so she would have missed. Hold on, is this a mandatory thing? I think we called this out. Remove 1 at the start edition. Nebula has to remove a damage.
She's gonna almost one-shot X23. Oh, maybe she did? Oh yeah, no blocks. No blocks. That's 5 damage. Oof.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's just crazy.
he's-
Wow.
looks like he.
So Guardian.
I think I would have just set that by Bill, to have him pick up
Oh man,
2.
yeah.
There we go. I mean, I don't think he's in the business of trying to win by points here, but if Bill gets all three of those cures, it's makes it real hard for Ricochet to win then.
Well, I mean, Dizzard X Force is no longer on the table. It's a leaderless. It's unaffiliated at this point.
Uh,
So sorry to say.
X-Force didn't last quite as long as expected here.
Yeah, they lost round three and next, and now it's yep.
Someone tell Colossus to not die in 4 attacks?
Oh yeah, four attacks. Kloss is gone. Cable, how many attacks did Cable take? I mean, he took a decent
Cable
amount, maybe.
took a decent amount with those counterattacks.
Yeah. So Dizzard. Let's see. Why did he die? Ghost Rider hit him, killed him on injured side with one spender, and Cable was off the board. So that's just the world we live in. All right.
Cosmic Ghost Rider things.
Okay.
Who's this one going into?
Looks like Wolverine based on what I was measuring.
Oh, that makes sense. That's his only character there.
So he's got 3 successes. Looks like 2 blocks. Wolverine takes 1.
I mean, Wolverine's okay with that.
Yeah, it's could have been a lot worse. Obviously, we just saw. That's the thing too, is that Nebula can like basically dance around the board. She doesn't really care that much about the damage from Gamma.
Yeah.
She shouldn't, because of that healing, and yeah, and she doesn't need to be within. She doesn't count as points.
He took off the damage at the end of her activation instead.
Interesting. Well, I mean, it all works out. I mean, he probably.
Yeah.
Honestly, he probably didn't need to do that. Like his, he's in such an advantaged position right now.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
all right,
If she's
Storm.
alive next round, she will have enough for another spender right off the bat.
Yeah,
Which is bad.
that is pretty brutal.
I agree. Go with Storm here. Try to take her out. Wolverine's semi-safe with exceptional still around.
Okay, I'm guessing we just saw Storm throw. We saw Storm throw in a Nebula. Are we seeing a beam maybe?
I think she threw Nebula
That's
into
right, and
Dynamo.
that's what I
Yep.
meant. Yeah, yeah, that's right.
Dynamo is blocking like a champ. Doesn't care.
Oh yeah, so it wasn't a beam because it has to be range 4.
She doesn't have enough to walk up and do her area attack. So yeah, it's
Yeah,
probably just
so
gonna
when you
be.
have Storm and she only can throw and only can and boost dice, I think you go with the boost dice first most of the time,
Yep.
because it might fuel the ability to then pay for the throw,
Yep.
whereas it doesn't work the opposite way. In which case, turns out Wild Ricochet is a prophet, and he realized that his dice would just not work anyway, and yeah, so it didn't matter.
Oh goodness, yeah.
It didn't matter too much. That's crazy. That's unfortunate, right? You only did 1 damage to Nebula, and that's because it was mandatory damage from the throw, and that's a whole activation. It's really not.
But hey, she's shocked.
Yeah. She's shocked. Okay, that's fair.
It's something, I guess.
Yeah. So really, Wolverine needs to roll out of his mind here, basically, if we're gonna see um, any chance at a comeback.
Yeah. I mean, what Wolverine kind of needs to charge onto that back point and kill Star-Lord at the very least.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, there's no really here. Like, there's one way that Wild Ricochet could win this round, right? It's like if, but of course, like it would have to be significant misplays. Like if he captures all 3 legacies on Wolverine by killing Bill, and
Yeah.
Bill's I mean, Bill's like the last character to go or something, right? And then it pushes him off a point, means he caps 2 points basically, 2 secures, 6 on the virus. Hold on. My bad. I would still not. He'd go to 15. He wouldn't win, but he
Oh,
could be on the
God.
back secure. I don't know. There's like this one window of hope. But yeah, TG Lord basically would have to make a significant blunders to even put that position on the board. So the option probably is just to go with Bill, like throw Wolverine away, right? And then
Yeah,
move on, and then move
I
back, and then move back. Wolverine, you've got enough power to pick up that virus because it costs 2 to pick up because he's already holding one.
yeah, I mean, I see no reason to fuel up Wolverine for more right now because you're not going to kill him with exceptional online. Limit what he can do and take the round and continue the momentum next round.
Yeah, exactly.
It is crazy that he still has 3 characters to activate right now.
Yeah, that is that. I mean, we're gonna see. Okay,
He
so
didn't
he's
even
not
pick up
picking up
the
the
cure.
virus. That's
Yeah.
very interesting. He did a move action to get within 2 of Wolverine. It looks like, yep. Okay,
Oh,
that's pretty
Thrower.
decent. Yeah, you could if you
Yeah.
if you get Storm here. Um,
Gosh.
man, ouch. Because then you
Uh,
can just KO her next turn.
just yeah. Uh, going
Ah,
for the
nope.
throat
She
here.
rolls. Oh, she needs to block this to live, and she did. So she lives on 1.
Is he in 3 of her to summon a storm?
It looks like he's opting to just retreat because that he doesn't want to get clapped by Wolverine.
That's fair. Yeah. So now Wolverine has 4 power. He's still 1 short of being able to charge and spender. He would have to use no matter, which is an option. That'll get him back there to place where he wants to be to pick up the cure potentially, which I guess he's being picked up right now. But that would get him back there to place off of Bill after an attack. And if he could one shot Bill with that, and then Daze Star-Lord, he might be feeling
Oh wait,
okay.
hold on. Yeah, okay. Crimson Dynamo. He loses if I mean, holy crap, he could like that line of play is a winning play. If Crimson, because Crimson Dynamo cannot displace him and he is injured. So yes, if he does both those things, which is
Don't think
KO
he
Bill
is.
with the one shot and then kill Star Lord, he wins the game if Wolverine lives. Which
I
I
mean,
mean, in all likelihood, could live with no matter with healing. He'll go down to he'll be at full health plus exceptional. If he does take a significant amount of damage, let's see what happens here. We don't see a
so
disruption field.
we're seeing best at what we
And
do,
look at that.
builder
Oh man,
into
yeah, he
damage.
should have. Oh man, he should have no matter the cost of that. And yeah, oh well. Um, hold on. That would have given you 3 and 6. That would have given you 9 points. Yeah, that would have been exactly enough.
I mean, it's a home run play, but with where you're at in the game,
Yeah, so he's doing. I think this is the second attack because the first one whiffed. So,
yep, he does have
um,
Pierce on this,
so
so
that's
that's
5
5
into 2 is
into 2.
3 - 1 is it'd be 2 damage. But he's going in a nebula. Okay,
Oh,
so
still doesn't get
doesn't
her.
get her. Wow.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, she's immune to bleed, as they're finding out.
Okay, 5 into 3 takes 3. Oh yeah, right, because she has 5 health on the injured side.
Yep.
Oof, oof, that is a problem. Ah man, yeah. Well, I
Uh,
mean, he whiffed that first stack anyway, so it's not like he would have got the dream scenario. But man, if I was in his
yeah.
position, I would have totally went for it.
Yeah, I mean, you're pretty far behind. You kind of have to go for the hard plays.
All right, so we've got a. Looks like we're lining up a Crimson Dynamo Beam. We haven't seen one of these on my stream before. That is a joke. We see them. They happen all the time. Let's see. It looks like he's in range of 3 of Storm, but I'm not. I didn't. I missed the measurement. I'm sure he is. If he's rolling it, let's see what happens.
I mean, he's got a wild for a shock, which
Okay.
is
Immune to
nice.
shock, so there another.
Oh, that one was on Storm. Yep.
Yeah. So there we go. Lots of some characters have immunities. All right. So we have into Wolverine now, and no
No
blocks.
shock
Oh
again.
man, this is just. That's just
Oh,
very painful. For man, Dynamo can really dish it out. 5 successes on 5 dice. What a guy.
I mean,
Um,
gosh. And that was his first
he
attack.
he's gonna flip both
Um,
of them. Oh my gosh. All right. So what do we got
uh,
here? 2 blocks. Ah, Storm's gone. You only needed one. And yep, five on five again. Oh my god, what a guy. That's insane. All right, we got Wolverine now. He has exceptional up, but I mean, why would you?
why? Yeah, at this point.
No
Um,
blocks on Wolverine, and he dies. Oh my god, that's just,
and so Wolverine will flip, and on the other
so
side,
the
he will
you could
not
pay for
be able
exceptional to
to.
get to end up with 3 VPs here, going to 10, but they're going to 3. They're going to 8. So yeah, you're just man, that's quite the situation.
And now it just becomes harder because Wolverine cannot pick up those cures on his injured side.
Yeah, yeah. Yes, these are the game is very much stacked against WildRiccochet here. We have Star-Lord to activate. He's
He's
looking
no
to
longer
double walk, but
afraid.
he's not going to get there. So he just uh, they're all dead. You can't kill any of them.
I have a feeling he is probably going to take himself off of fire.
Yeah, that's an option. I think yeah, I was just gonna say moving as far away from X-23 as possible is probably pretty realistic. I mean, yeah, and you don't want to leave yourself outside of 2 of the gamma because that leaves you with like a guaranteed kill if someone like a storm throws. But we only
Yep.
have okay. So we have 5 characters on TGLord's side versus 3 on Ricochet's. I'm sure we're gonna see the big dumb heroes come out. Why wouldn't you? And then Cosmic
So he
Ghost
can't
Rider is
do it
rolling.
he can't do it until his turn, which I
Okay.
mean is important, I guess. Um,
Yeah.
so I mean Nebula's on 1, Star Lord's on 2.
All right. We're seeing the
Like this is where
psychosis
you
roll, and
this
he
is where
gets
you
2.
wish you had left that Ghost Rider on 1 health, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's like it feels like it doesn't even matter. Like that's the thing. It's like watching this game. It's just like
Yeah.
he just Cosmic Ghost Rider just does whatever he wants, and there's really no stopping it. There's like um, there's no way to stop this that I can see. Like, how do you stop Cosmic Ghost Rider consistently? Oh man, it's a puzzle that I don't know how to solve. I have to bring more threat than Cosmic Ghost Rider is, in order to bring him down, and it needs to be specific options.
I mean, the only, yeah, I mean, stun is effective against him. Stagger can be. Crew the Milano messes that up a lot.
Yeah, the problem is he's
He's,
so fast and he can hit from such a long range that like you can easily I feel like it's easy to maneuver around the threats that like those things that could really impact him like a stun or something. But and if he's
yeah.
stunned, he's probably like if he's stunned with low power, it's because he spendered into you. It's because he already took a model off the board, and then you can start punishing him, which is
Not
um
ideal.
yeah. Man, it is quite the challenge. It's quite the brain challenge to figure out like what to do about Ghost Rider. But in my personal thinking is that I mean, you bring Crimson Dynamo. It's like you bring Crimson Dynamo and Bill, and that's just it's just like a bummer, I guess, because it's like you're basically forced into taking those models. Um,
So what do you even try here if you're Wild? Like, do you go with X-23 to try to clean up these 2 low models and then hopefully still have an attack to maybe spike into someone? Is that's probably like the only realistic thing?
yeah. There's I mean, your option is like maybe you go. I mean, you obviously go with X-23 or Wolverine first. It's just a matter of like which one do you want to deal with. I think I can see what he's thinking here. He's thinking go into Nebula, and I can trigger the frenzy much
Yeah.
easier than into any other character, which gets me more action economy. Like you might
Yep.
even be able to get Star Lord off of that too if you want, um, and then Spender into Bill or something. Like you might be able to hit like all 3 of them.
Yeah.
And that puts you in a very interesting position. You will have enough power to pick up the both legacies after you do that, if you do that. So, um, yeah,
So
the game is
the
still
interesting
possible to be won.
the interesting thing here with Logan being on his, well, Wolverine being on his injured side and Exceptional still up is he can kind of gamble with it and hope that he eats an attack or two and lives, ideally on 1 health, and then activate him and get 5 extra dice on each attack that he does.
All right, well, we're basically taking the damage on it with no matter the cost here. So he's going
Another
to be
option.
rolling probably. I mean, imagine he's probably going to spend the best at what I can do first to get the double wilds. But it looks like he's
Yeah.
doing something else. No, he's not doing the double wild ability. He's
He
just doing.
he yeah, he didn't spin for the double wild, but he is spindering.
Oh, whoa,
That's a
big
good
hits.
roll.
Let's
What's he
see.
hitting?
Crimson Dynamo did pay 2, so there is a disruption field. This is the spender because he rolled 10 dice. So there's no pierce on this.
So I wonder
Um,
if he went into Dynamo first to try to take away Disruption Field for best at what I do.
yeah, that seems totally reasonable. Looks like he's going to one-shot Dynamo. That's crazy.
It'd be
Maybe
18 to
unless I'm missing
1.
something.
Honestly, that's going to kill whoever he went into. If that's into Ghost Rider, Ghost Rider's dead.
Oh, okay, went into Dynamo. Does he live? Oh, hold on. He lives on 1
He,
with a throw online? Oh man, what a guy. Holy moly.
yep.
Wow,
Now,
he
do
so
you
he
throw
did
into Nebula or do
um
you throw into Ghost Rider
oh
to
man.
try to make it
I
easier?
think you throw in a Nebula. I think you have to throw in a Nebula here. And he was holding the piece.
Uh, was
Wait, who was holding it? Oh
uh,
yeah, he must have been. So yeah. Oh man, that's crazy because Bill's gonna just he can't pick it up because you need 3 power to pick that up on Bill and he has 2. Very interesting. Yeah, so he's
well,
gonna roll for
Bill.
Nebula. Yeah, Nebula. Throwing a Nebula
Yeah.
is definitely the right move. Take out 2 models in 1 attack. That was huge.
Yep.
Charge into Bill and then kill Bill. That's what you could do now. Is what and
Um,
oh my god, this game is what a
is
game. Oh
it?
my god.
Or do you just
Oh,
go for the huge
we got a
attack
gotcha
into
back. We
Ghost
have a gotcha
Rider?
back here into Wolverine, but we have exceptional online, so no need to panic
Yeah.
anybody. Um, Wolverine gets the
And
extra
it's
dice
only
on every
2.
attack, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Wow. Holy moly.
So
This could be huge.
he actually didn't get any damage, but he's gonna wing it. He's gonna wing it.
Oh, but he's exceptional up. I'm not worried. I'm no one should be worried
No,
here.
but that means he won't have winging it to
Yeah.
try to live against Wolverine's attack.
Yeah, but I think you go into oh man, I think you go into Bill here. Because he's got the 2 pieces. I think you go into Bill here.
Yeah.
Hold on.
I
What do we
mean,
have? 3 power on Cosmic. Okay, there's a spend. Okay, spend for it now. He's down to 2 power, so he can't do
so
anything
Bill
crazy.
doesn't have enough power to pick that up. He has to double move to get there. He does
Oh,
not have enough
if
power to
you
pick that
damage,
up.
you're saying if you damage Bill, you could act. Okay, what's he doing? He is doing another spender into Cosmic Ghost Rider now. He must or Bill, one of the two.
What is what?
No, what am I seeing? What am I seeing? I'm
What
seeing a
are
defensive
we
roll.
seeing?
Another got your back for the double kill. That's what it is.
Oh
But he
no!
exceptional. Oh, did he exceptional? He did.
He exceptional the first.
Oh no way! Oh no way! Oh my god, that's crazy.
Oh
Oh wow,
no!
that was so hard. That's like so heartbreaking
That
because
would have been
it could
that
have
would have
been a
been the reason
crazy.
to not throw in the Nebula, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh
Man, was she
no.
shocked too? Oh yeah, she was.
He
Oh
was.
man. Yeah, you throw into Bill there and then you go all in into Bill.
Oh no,
Oh, but
that's
no, I don't know. The double, you
heartbreaking.
still, or no, you got to go into Ghost Rider. I think is what I think because he did got your back anyway. Double got your back from Bill from Cosmic Ghost Rider. Oh my gosh, what a bummer. Okay, so man, this is crazy. We're down to 3 models on one side and 2 on the other. Let's see if Cosmic Ghost Rider can take out X-23.
I had so much excitement in my heart.
Yeah, I know. I did too. I was saying it was like happening, but then it wasn't. Oh man, Cosmic Ghost Rider just like is a party ruiner, right? Because that could have been such an epic like Hail Mary, and then Cosmic Ghost Rider just like, oh, I got your back.
I'm willing to bet he didn't even think about getting got your back twice.
All right, so we have a What do we have here? How did he get the 3 damage here? I'm so confused what's happened.
Um, that is a good
X okay,
question.
so X23 is dead. So he got her. No matter the cost. That's what he did. He did no matter the cost. Yep. So there we
What
go.
did he no matter the
Chat's ahead of
cost
me
for?
here. Well, we had 2 power, or he had enough power to get to
Oh,
3,
power cosmic.
and then he
Okay.
spent all 3 of his power plus 3 damage to take her off the board. Basically, what? Look at that roll.
Yep.
That's 12 successes.
Yeah.
And he played. Did he play Galaxy's Greatest? He didn't even play it. So I mean, I guess you don't need to because the characters that
Well,
were
he didn't
injured are
have the
gone.
power.
And yeah, exactly. So wow. Okay, well, Cosmic Ghost Rider's done. Storm just has to go. I think they like. What does Storm do here? She moves up. There's really. I mean,
I mean, I think if you're continuing, she passes, but yeah, she moves up, picks up the cure, and is
yeah. This
sad.
is Man, what a bummer. Wolverine. Oh man, that was a pretty epic run he was having there. He had to exceptional the first attack. Man, he hits so freaking hard. 6 dice counting skulls on your own turn.
Yeah, you have to wonder how this would have gone if maybe he threw Dynamo into Ghost Rider.
Curtis saying Storm should pick up all the viruses so that she dies, and that's game.
Table
Game
for
over.
soul.
All right, so we're gonna jump into their chat and then we'll ask them about the game. All right, let's go over there.
Yep.
Hey guys,
Hey, Lucas.
How's it going?
that was wow. I was a pretty wild finish considering it was like pretty it was one-sided for a couple of rounds there. Wolverine almost had his day.
Yeah,
Uh, Ricochet, what do you think of your how the game progressed from the start, and what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, Lord played a great game. You know, made all the right plays, made smart decisions, positioned his characters in a way where I didn't have a lot of good choices. Dynamo and CGR being center of the board, it really limits what you can do, especially on an attrition-based team like X-Force, because it's like, well, I'll re-roll your dice, and if you do KO me, then I'll just shoot you on your turn. And so I took a calculated risk with Exceptional. I needed to get Dynamo off the board. Even with the if I hadn't no mattered the cost and rolled 7 dice into Crimson Dynamo on that last turn to try, or not, excuse me, not Dynamo, Ghost Rider and Dynamo standing right there with Ghost Rider Psychotic, I just don't think I remove him. So I was hoping that I could weather the got your back, right? And it just, my defense dice didn't do me a lot of favors there towards the end. I mean, one-shotting Cable and Colossus on their injured sides are not something you expect to see with those two characters, right?
Yeah, that was pretty wild. I'm
yeah.
yeah. Uh,
Was
I don't know what to say. People who are watching that doesn't like CGR will not will not like him more after this game. I think he's just crazy.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
that double got your back. Is pretty.
yeah,
It's pretty wild that he has the ability to throw 12 dice on
yeah.
the opponent's turn. It's
Out of activation. Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah,
I did it.
and
I think
count
I did
skulls, right?
4 got your
count.
back.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
you know.
So,
Uh,
yeah,
he's
Was
no,
insane. He definitely needs something like a nerf or what? Probably not soon, but he will need something.
Yeah, TG
He's too
Lord, did
good.
you have any comments on the game or any plays?
Uh, no, not really. Like I said, CGR is just just win me the game. I think he's just too good. I don't know what to say.
Yeah, well, we did had good positioning. I was making comments about how Nebula was. You were putting Nebula in great spots because she doesn't really care about the gamma damage. She heals one at the
Yeah,
beginning of her turn anyway. You're like
yeah,
putting
true.
her in a spot where it's like it's hard for Ricochet to even bother attacking her because she's like a
Hmm.
little out of the way. And obviously you were setting up her like her attacks. It's interesting you had to play with 2 characters that couldn't even play the game right,
Yeah,
basically. But
yeah. When I saw Gamma and Legacy, like there's not much point on the board, so I think it's the time that I can bring those two.
right, that makes sense. Well, no, sorry, Nobility. Do you have any questions or comments for the players?
No, I thought it was a good game. I mean, it was exciting. There were a couple times there where some attacks went out that we didn't expect. Cable going up and doing that area attack was
Yeah,
unexpected and exciting. It worked out pretty well. And
yeah,
then that
that
Wolverine
was
at
good.
the end.
Yeah, I mean, I figured he was already on 4 damage. CGR had an activation left. He probably doesn't live, and giving him the ability to heal and potentially daze or even, at least 2 reliably, if not all 3, was a gambit, right? But like I said, figure flip him on the other side,
Yeah,
even into CGR Spender. He's got 4 Mystic, boosted to 6, 7 health. Odds are pretty good. He doesn't just get one shot off the board, but then you roll 12 dice and a Yahtzee, and that changes the math real quick. Calculated
Yeah.
risk. Turns out I'm real bad at math.
All right, guys. Well, thank you very much for letting me stream, and
no
good
problem.
luck to the last week of the Swiss pairings for the league.
Thanks,
All right,
Lucas.
man. Y'all have a good night.
All right, catch you later.